I had an incredible nanny who raised me when I was little, who played a really formative role. She was like lace curtain Irish, very devout Catholic woman, loves systems and rules and, just finding a way to work kind of within a system. And at the same time had this real kind of desire and pull to be, larger. She was larger than life. She had this incredible sense of humor and this dry sense of humor and wit, and was very sassy and, would tell my parents that she would leave us at home. They were both working parents. If they were so much as 5 minutes late, she was walking and, would dress to come to our home. She put on these like gorgeous pantsuits with hair and makeup and earrings and the whole 9 yards. And I think she really taught me a lot, just again, about giving yourself permission to be a lot of things. So in our home, there was this sense of this person who was, had a lot of unrealized dreams and things she wanted to do that I don't think ever got around to doing, but had a lot of different interests. And so that was kind of our, safe space to at home kind of try some of that stuff on. And she exposed me to a lot, but then instilled in me this work ethic and rigor. She had to work so hard for every single dollar. And she had 6 children, had to support all of them. And so, I think I just come from this really long line of women, my mother included, my other, maternal grandmother, my dad's mother, who ran a one-room schoolhouse on the prairies of Regina, Saskatchewan, grades K through 12, had 5 children of her own. Just these women with this real serious backbone in work ethic and grit and determination. And some might call it stubbornness. There's like the negative adjective for all this: ambition, stubbornness. But it was really about driving impact and creating impact in no matter how big your sphere of influence was. So that's the important distinction. It wasn't for my nanny, her world was our home, and it was about, making that a certain way and having impact there and impacting my brother and I and our character and who we were. My mom, it was more professional in a professional realm. So the sphere of influence was, you could say, a bit wider, so on and so forth. So I think just these women who are very unique characters and also, but marry that with this real strong desire to realize things and are willing to work really hard for it.
Yeah. I think it's important, you clearly use kind of this experience in these role models to go on and create. And we'll talk about some of the work that you're doing, but the importance of women, and it shows up early in your life. Is that nanny with you through high school? What years is she in your life?
She was with me until I was 13. So okay. A little older probably than, she probably could have left 2 or 3 years prior, but stayed on because she was almost a grandmother figure at that point. She was older. I think she was in her 70s, late 60s, 70s. So kind of a Mary Poppins figure. But, also the importance of male role models. My dad was such a believer in treating me exactly like my brother. And so I don't think I ever heard "you're pretty" or "you look nice" or "you're beautiful." Like none of the traditional, I just didn't value looks. I didn't value appearance. I didn't value, like the value set in my home was very similar to, it was just about, did you try your hardest? Did you do what you said you were going to do? It was that kind of system. And I think my dad played a huge role in treating my brother and I so similarly growing up. There really wasn't like a gender distinction.
Yeah, also makes sense. And really, just kind of observing your work and kind of just spending a little time with you now, seeing kind of that there is a real strength that, you do have a confidence and and a strength. And have you've been driven and successful, and that has to come with building some real core character. You have to really know who you are and believe in who you are, and know that you're capable and willing to get into the tough stuff and come out on the other side. That's something that you learn. You can learn in a lot of ways, but in your case, it sounds like you really had great role models that role modeled that for you as much as it was taught.